Today, let's talk about how you can cheat with your next presentation by building a visual knowledge management system. Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm a founder of a 5,000 member Asian design community, and in this channel I talk about visual thinking, design, and self-development. And while we're talking about visual thinking, one particular tool that you might want to know about is a visual knowledge management system. Why would you need a visual knowledge management system? Well, you could use it for making your presentations. Think about it. How do you make your presentations? I noticed there are three common ways of making a presentation. One is to have an outline, and from that outline, put it on your slides and start adding images. Or you can go the other route and open your PowerPoint, Google Slides, and then start filling it up. And a third way I've seen is actually to have some sort of existing template to work out of, or find some template online that you can just edit and reuse or build on top of. But what I've noticed, it takes a while to make a presentation. For me personally, it takes me around 2 hours to half a day, sometimes the entire day, especially if I'm making presentations for lecture, for explaining ideas, and it takes several iterations as well. If I'm not familiar with the topic, I would need to research that topic, copy paste some text, then look for the images that go along with that and put it on the slides. It can be frustrating. Unless of course you're enjoying that, it can be fun. But if you're not, it takes so much time. A common problem when making presentations is actually looking for the right visuals that go along with your slides. You need to have the right charts, the right photos, or even an animated GIF to make the lessons on your presentation stick to the mind of your audience. And that problem of visuals is something that we can address with a visual knowledge management system. I mentioned that the third way to make presentations is actually looking for an existing template, existing material that you might have, and then building on top of that. Feels so much like a cheat, right? I found some of my friends would often look for existing material on the web, like on SlideShare, and just download it, edit it, and use it for the presentation, just changing the template and adding some more images. Yet there is merit to doing that. It saves you time. It's so much faster to do that. Now, only if you had some existing templates that you can use, right? Well, what's stopping you from building your own existing database of images? You're building materials for your presentations. What if you have an existing database of images that you can reuse and automatically fill up your materials? You have an outline, you have an existing database of images, insert. What's important to remember is for each image that you have or you're collecting, you should have some tags that make it easy for you to search for it later on. Now, there are existing tools that already do that for you, like MyMind. I'll show you MyMind. Here's an example of a tool that I use for image tagging. It's called MyMind. I pay for it, but it's a nice tool for me to instantly tag images. For example, if I'm looking for a person that's daydreaming, for example, this looks like a nice daydream photo. I can add it to MyMind. I click add to MyMind, and it will instantly show into this database of images that I have. And what's cool about this is when I click on this, it has the keywords dreaming, daydream, and if I search for this later on, I will see all the images that have daydream tag. This becomes useful as I build my images database, because sometimes I'll be looking for a particular image for PowerPoint. I look for a person that's daydreaming. I can just look for all the images that I've stored and collected that has the word daydream. For example, this one shows that word daydream. Sometimes though, it takes a while for it to be indexed in search. What I've discovered is I can tag the images for now, and then later on it's indexed, and when I search for it, I can look for that particular image again. So that's an example of MyMind, one tool that I use. So what you have now with a tool like MyMind is you're creating a network of visual thoughts. Anytime I capture a note, I also capture some image along with it so that I can refer to it again later on. And that's the idea behind the visual knowledge management system. It's a personal tool that you can use as you go throughout the day. You're collecting visual information regularly in small bites, like Lego blocks that you can build on later. Just like Lego, build your bigger Lego set. This time, you can reuse it for your presentations. Having your own visual knowledge management system saves you from a ton of work later on, because you have that database of images that you can just instantly pull from and use for your outlines. And sometimes you can structure it in a way that it forms a collection. It's basically your template already that you can reuse. But how do you build a visual knowledge management system, a VKMS? Well, these are the things that we'll talk about more in future episodes. So if you like this video, follow and subscribe. And if you'd like to know more about how I'm using my other tools like Logseek, take a look at it here, or you can take a look at my 3 favorite books from last year. Thank you and see you guys next time.